Okay, so the first thing is this spinal layout here. The spinal layout starts with 4 stones that are flat and large, and they create a butterfly. And these go really close up to the sacrum, and I'll show you setting up that. So that's the butterfly, the four flattest. And then again, these are flat enough to lie on. And these are, you can see in the palm, they're sort of medium to largish palm-sized stones. And it doesn't matter if these were the other way round, for example. It's not like they've got to be like there. For example, if you set them up like that, that would also be fine. The butterfly I like to have as the butterfly. So when you get to know your stones, you'll see that the butterfly remains as the butterfly. But then you can play with these. These can sort of alternate. But what you want to do is, because basically the sacrum and the lower back and the lumbar region lie on these, they have to be large and flat. And then as we come up to the upper body, the upper thoracic, basically the rhomboid is going to be lying on there. So the scapula needs to lie, the rhomboid, these stones need to lie between the spine and scapula. So they need to be these oval shaped stones. And then this is the pillow stone that you put in. If you don't have a pillow stone, it's fine. You can just lie on stones like that. So anything from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Sometimes if you haven't got enough stones, you can make gaps in it, and then you could lie on that many stones. It's fine. The good thing about this kit is that we've got enough stones to have a really good, decent spinal layout. And everybody's body's different. It might be that the head comes up to here and you don't need those stones, and that's a good spinal layout. But you'll have a look and see what your stone set is like. These are hand stones. So they're sort of smallish. They can be slightly larger, but these are nicer, sort of really bulky stones. Okay, and the pillow stones. And then we've got, these are the front of body stones. So I'll put the hand stones there. And then these are the front of body stones. This is grandpa and grandma. And when you're lying face up, grandpa always goes below the navel, and then grandma second, like the sacral, and then solar plexus, and then you have the heart, and you have a higher heart. And I'll show you those and the way they go on. These stones here, these are palm size, and these are your massaging stones. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Actually, 12 is sufficient. 12 is more than sufficient to have as, so we've got a few little extras here, those pointy ones a little bit extra, which is nice. So a good 12 massage stones, but they should be medium palm size. We also need to go on the front placement, these chakra stones, we need a third eye stone. A third eye stone ideally should be quite flat and oval, so that's a nice third eye stone. And then we've got a selection here of face stones, or upper body décolleté and face. They're smallish, they're flat. And then these are small rounder stones, and these are, and not that they're spare, but if I was doing the arms, for example, I might choose to do some of these around the arms and the hands. So they're just smaller stones. They lose their temperature, they lose their heat quite quickly, but they're nice to have. So they're sort of face and décolleté, and these are arms and around just wherever you need some extras. And you'll see that they're all going to be floating they're all going to be sat in the tank anyway. It's just knowing your stones. Here's some trigger point or some pointy stones. These are beautiful. And these are for really getting in there. You can really work deeply and strong with these stones, petrissaging and trigger point. You can also work up under the trapezius and the décolleté. You can come round and work up with these. There's way too many that we need here, but this is a combination of a collection of 2 kits, I think. So you need 2, 4, 6, 8 toe stones. Fairly good size. I mean, some of them can be tiny. It depends on the toes, and some people love it and some people hate it. But these are your toe stones, and they literally go in between the toes. I've got a net here that, and you can use also the Purcell automatic tablet things. But this is, you can buy these online, I can point you in the direction of those, and basically they sit in those and then they go in the tank. Some people also use baby socks to put their toe stones in. These are just some spares, so not to confuse you too much, these are just some spares, and they will go in the tank as well. So at least I know that in my tank I've got the kit that I need for the therapy. And so when you're lying upon and below, and then the toe stones are in, you're basically working, these are your working stones. And they go, you can tuck them, and then they can also return back to the tank to get the heat to return to the table. Okay, so a lovely set of stones.